Okay, so I want to pop in here real quick and give you some advice on how to draw drawing number 9. At this point, you should have done, we left you off at 5. You should have done 6, 7, and 8. You kind of know all of the stuff you would need to know to make them. But 9, while you do have all the stuff you need, there's a quirky, good idea that you could do to make life a little bit easier on yourself. I'm going to go to Save As right off the rip here so I don't make any mistakes. So they end up getting what I want. So change that 8 to a 9. Click Save, and I'm good there. I'm going to go and put a 2D sketch on. Choose this for a front view, and I'm drawing, see it here, I'm drawing 9, right? Or sorry, that's 5. So you did 6, 7, and 8. We're going to talk about 9. So for 9, I am going to go draw my object here, which will go up 1 over 0.5. I don't know that diagonal, so we'll hit enter and enter. We'll come over here and we'll go, instead of going 0.75, we need to go the full length. That full length is, is 1.5. Oops. Hit the wrong button there. 1.5. Enter. Still need the line tool here. We'll go up 0.25. Enter, and then we'll connect our dots. Okay. Again, I like to get my dimensions off if possible. Helps me see a little bit better. I'm going to go and finish this 2D sketch. I'm going to go extrude. It's got to be an extrusion of 0.75. Enter. And then now I've got to deal with this cutout. Now, I could go through and I could come from underneath and I could make a square that's 0.75, or I could have tried to like figure these measurements out and gone through all this. But what I would suggest doing is if I go and I put a sketch plane on top of my object here, right? And from here, I can go through and I can draw a line grabbing off this corner, right? So I'm going to go off this corner and I'm going to go back 0.75. I'm going to go over 0.5 and make this rectangle, right? Click here, click there. Looks like I might have missed on this line. I did. See how that line didn't get there? So again, as a good little habit, I noticed I did it. It would not let me extrude with that opening, right? The other thing too is just to take a look at what we're doing, right? You can see where that sketch plane is, right? It's off the top of the object. It's really out in the middle of space. It's not touching anything. So again, we'll go back to our top view here. I'm going to make sure that that tightens up. So we're going to go to Create Constraint Coincident, and we'll click the end of this line and click the end of that line, and that will draw them together. Go to Finish 2D Sketch. We're going to go to Extrude. We're going to choose our object. We're going to change it from Join to Cut. We're going to go, and this is an example of where you need to go through all. Change all. Say OK, and my object's done. Okay, so it's just a good example of looking at the object that you have to draw and trying to find creative ways to draw it. Like, sometimes that shape is weird, but if you can think about it from a cut standpoint, or where you could either extrude it a direction you hadn't thought of, sometimes there's other, like, multiple ways where you can make the object, and some of those ways being easier than others. All right, so there's that. If you have any questions, obviously come up and ask, but otherwise, good luck.